Hey guys, that's Mog91 here. So, guys, if you saw my last vlog, which hopefully I'm not spacing these out too crazy, I went through and I talked about how I got a 3DS. Now, one of the games I happened to pick up is Project X Zone or Cross Zone, depending on how you want to pronounce it. That the game is essentially three big companies working together. It's Bandai Namco, Capcom, and Sega. They brought most of their game franchises together. Although Sega did not include any of the Sonic characters, surprisingly. So Project Cross Zone, X Zone, whatever. Um, it's a tactical RPG where you start the game off. You get starts out with two original characters. They had some stones stolen. Like, I'm just gonna give you guys kind of a vague description. And then crazy shit started happening. That you get monsters popping out of a fountain. Then you get another set of characters, which I'm blanking on who it was originally. I'm about 10 hours into the game so far, and I'm loving it. So essentially, you're just gonna keep getting characters popping up. It's guys, it has a few of my favorite franchises in it. As you guys know, or even if you just go to my main channel page, the main video I have promoted right now is Dot Hack, which I probably will change when I start something else up. But it has the Dot Hack franchise. It has Xenosaga. It's got God, Street Fighter, Tekken. God damn, I'm trying to remember all the series. There's about 20 different series in this game. Oh, that's crazy. I got two manuals in my copy. That's kind of funny. Uh, but yeah, so there's just a lot of different characters in this. Uh, Darkstalkers are in here. Mega Man. Oh yeah, that's about all I can really just recall, like right off the top of my head from the series that I know. I'm fans of. Resident Evil's in there, but yeah, no. So the game itself can get a little repetitive. Now, I've seen reviews. People have been giving this game in the lower half, like don't pick it up kind of games. Now, it's been out for about 2 years now, so you can typically get it, or you should be able to get it decently cheap. So I'm actually checking up to see what the current price is on this. Okay, so it looks like you can get the game new for like $15, $10 to $15, or if you want to spend the extra couple bucks, which I would highly recommend, you can get the collector's or the limited edition for like $5 more. So the limited edition comes with a poster, a big box, a artwork, and a soundtrack. Speaking speaking of the soundtrack, oh my god, this is fucking amazing. It is amazing. Honestly, I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna put the whole soundtrack on my phone just to listen to. The soundtrack is probably the one of the best parts about the game itself. I really, I mean, okay, I like my video game music to a point, but I have not had the opportunity. I mean, okay, I haven't had the opportunity, but I hardly ever go through and buy the soundtracks. If the soundtrack comes included, cool. Uh, but if it doesn't, there's not a lot of soundtracks I would actually go out and buy. This this would be a soundtrack if I didn't already have it with the limited edition, which guys, that's one of the reasons why it'd be worth it. I would have actually gone out and spent good money on the soundtrack. The soundtrack is just fucking amazing. I've actually just sat there for like 10, 15 minutes just letting the soundtrack just play. Because the soundtrack actually changes up during the battles. For every different character series, the soundtrack changes. So the soundtrack only stays for if you're playing at a decent pace, you're only gonna hear the soundtrack for maybe 30 seconds at most, unless there's an enemy churn. Then you might hear it for like a minute or two, depending on how many enemies you're fighting. Which I will say this: you will be fighting a ton of enemies. Okay, so now I'm still relatively new on the 3DS. I haven't gone through and played a ton of games. Really, I'm recording this vlog right after the last one with the 3DS, where I've only played a handful of games. But I will say this: the sprite work that they did in this game, and then the hand-drawn character models that you'll see, are fucking beautiful. Honestly, if this is if this game got bad reviews when it first came out, and I'm seeing beautiful works of art like this, what the this if this is the low end of what the 3DS has to offer for what almost a lot of sites are saying, then what the hell is happening with the high end? The game is beautiful. Honestly, I could see this being on the I could have seen this working on the PS3, Xbox 360. Although this won't ever happen without some mods or whatever. Well, modding system and an emulator actually create it. But yeah, no, the game itself is fucking beautiful. I love the intro, to speak of the least. Now, if you ever played Chrono Trigger on the PlayStation 1, not the Super Nintendo, hell, even in the DS port, the intro is styled like that, where it's drawn kind of like a Dragon Ball Z style. It's an anime styled intro. It is beautiful. This game, seriously, is one of the most beautiful games I've seen on a handheld in a long time. Honestly, guys, would I recommend you? The gameplay, it can get kind of repetitive, but the story moves at actually a pretty damn good pace. Apparently, it's supposed to take 50 to 60 hours to beat. I'm only about 10 hours in, so I really don't know. And I'm assuming it's just because these battles are going to get hell of a lot longer. So I'm already on chapter 9, and I believe there was only 16 chapters to this game, but I could be mistaken. But yeah, no, if I'm over technically halfway through the game, then yeah. Wow. This game is just really amazing. Honestly, if you haven't played it, I would try it. You can go watch other reviews on this game if you want. I'm not going to be able to actually give you guys video game footage of it just because I have no way of actually capturing it, and I don't want to just take somebody's footage, because that's kind of fucked up. But yeah, this game is truly just amazing for what they were going for. And honestly, this game should have got more praise than it did. I don't think I've seen too many people who've said that they've liked it, which is a shame, because I just think it's amazing that three big companies like this were able to go through and pull out just something ridiculous, having over 70 characters from I don't know how many different franchises working together in one game. That concept just still blows my mind. It's like the first time you saw Mario and Sonic in the same game officially, or seeing like Sonic on the GameCube. it's that kind of mind blow or mind fuck. But yeah, no, the game itself, I really would recommend you guys pick up if you want something to play that looks just amazing. I really hope I can find more games like this. Not necessarily like the gameplay wise, but just find beautiful games that sound amazing. Oh wait, oh yeah, that I do have one little complaint about the game. It's just kind of a minor complaint that I wish they wouldn't have added in because it does take away from the actual soundtrack. During the battle sequences, you'll hear a random like hiya, just like stupid karate moves. Like don't get me wrong, karate's cool and all, but martial arts is I like that, but I wish that you just didn't hear it. I mean, realistically, I think what they were trying to go for is that there's battles still going on at all times, even though it's a turn-based RPG. I think it would have been better for them just to remove that the sounds. That's if I really had to say, that's really my only complaint about the game so far. The game has been amazing. It has been challenging, don't get me wrong, but it's not insanely challenging. I mean, it's not insanely crazy where hard where you're not gonna be able to beat the game. You're gonna die a few times, I'll guarantee tell you that. But yeah, the game itself, I really enjoy. It was an underlooked gem in my opinion. Okay, actually, the game's only been out for a year, but it's a game that people really did pass on. But yeah, guys. Well, if you're looking for a new game, that's my recommendation. Try to make sure you pick up the limited edition though. It's worth a couple extra bucks. Make sure it's got the poster and artwork and soundtrack, because otherwise it's not well. And the big box, and then the game is otherwise it's not complete. But yeah, guys, I hope somebody listens to this and gives the game a try from my recommendation. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and peace.